Well, there's gonna be some background noise, but I'm gonna open up this massive China battery. It was bought on Gearbest. A bike called Samebike, Samebike probably in English. This massive case, it's larger than the usual versions. And here you can see an image of the Samebike. A very small, foldable bike with a very large battery. 15 amp hours. The customer was complaining the battery is dying after about 15 kilometers. It should last for 60, which makes sense if it's a 15 amp hour battery. And it also says it's like 90 to 100% when it dies, like 6 months ago. So good luck with that warranty. Wasn't there an indicator? No, she probably meant the indicator on the bike. And you can see this green finish. I like it. Oh, I love when they're using these huge cases and they just fill up half the case with some kind of plastic or EVA foam. It's just, oh, the joke of the day. So we can push it out like leather nylon. FFA. Now there's probably silicone. There's not silicone, it's EVA foam. So we're gonna use my dual stick from IKEA. Twice the fisting power. Effortlessly. Whatever it's called. A warning label. Yeah, I've just seen this once before and it was a few weeks ago. This is a new feature in many Chinese battery packs. A label that is white, you add water to it, it removes the top layer and it turns red. Really cool. I ordered these stickers for myself. Did we have a small label over here? Yes, we have. Does it say anything at all about the battery pack? No. It has a 48 over here, so maybe it's a 48 volt battery. Maybe we should check that out before we do anything more. Easiest is to actually check the charger, because the voltage can vary but the charger doesn't lie. It's a 48 volt battery with a 2 amp charger. So what do we have here? 49 volt, so it shouldn't turn off when it's 49 volt. So most likely one of the cells group has gone bad. Yeah, I really like the heat shrink tubing. That they did good. With a lot of silicone, impossible for water to get in. That's one thing they do really good in China, is sealing up the battery pack so water doesn't get in. And these rectangular packs are very cheap to build over there, because they have almost free labor. And they have access to cheap Chinese cells. All other tools needed. And it was quite a long time ago I actually saw LiPo batteries come out of China, because they have so many plants manufacturing cheap Chinese 18650, and I believe that is what we find in here. Cheap ass Chinese 18650s. I can already tell here there's a sign that there is something cylindrical shaped in here and not LiPos. Quite typical. Blue, most likely Kapton tape. These heat resistant plates, and I don't recall the name of these. They're green, but they're Chinese. You can so easily tell they are Chinese. You don't have to look up any brand, because when they have this label, let's see, do we have 6P? We have 6P. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that checks out. I'm not gonna be playing around with the cells and the nickel strips. It actually looks pretty good. It seems like they have 2 layers as well, so maybe it's fine. They're shiny cells, but actually look at those wires. They are actually quite decent. And we have something special in here. No, directly, no fuse. Unless there's, no, this is a connector, I can feel it. This is a connector. So, no fuse, but charging and discharging port. And I think this is a 250 watt e-bike. No, it's a 350, but that doesn't matter. that's not a big power difference. So let's give you the better view. 49 on the ends, right? Yeah, 49.85. And we're gonna do this opposite direction so we don't short circuit. I actually never done that. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. What? There was one little cell. And 0.9. 0.9. That is not good. Of course you couldn't run on this. Located at the top, so most likely this BMS has gotten very warm. Even though it has a nice EVA foam plate, it most likely have gotten very warm and damaged the last cell. It shouldn't matter, and this one actually has a cooling plate and 6 MOSFETs, so it shouldn't get that hot. But anyway, it can be the Chinese cells that fail. Oh, they actually have a pretty decent connection over here. It's not the connection either. Maybe it's cheap as cell, maybe the BMS gets very hot, but otherwise this cell group over here is dead. And since it's Chinese cells and they were glued together right, no holders, and since we don't know the capacity of the cell or the brand, we can't just add another, we can't just remove this one and add another row. And of course the other cell groups might die in a couple of hours, couple of days, couple of weeks. Maybe it can last for 10 years, probably not. But if you do this yourself, of course you can add an extra block with 6 cells with different, probably 2.2 amp capacity, and you should be fine for a couple of whatevers. But I, as a professional business, can't just add a couple of cells and give the customer a warranty. So I have to claim I can only offer a full replacement of all the cells. But you can change just the cells that are broken, or you can try to balancing them up. But since you saw they were less than 1 volt, that is not recommended. There is a reason they are so low. You shouldn't charge cells that are less than 1 volt, especially Chinese cells that might burst into flames if you do that. So this is a full repair. So wherever I'm buying Chinese bike on Alibaba, Gearbest, whatever they're called, you get 1 or 2 weeks warranty, and they will send you batteries that won't last much more than that.